Yo, and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. Happy Monday. Is it ever really a happy Monday? I guess it can be. I've got one pickup this week, over the last few days. I've got another one coming, but not buying a lot, honestly. Just it's because I'm not looking. It's because I'm dealing with, this isn't a complaint, but dealing with all of the collection that we got, that vintage collection. So many people have reached out to want me to help them fill up sets and stuff like that, which is great, but it's taking up pretty much all of my hobby time. So I have a little bit of time to watch some videos, do a little bit of content, and then fill checklists. So looking for stuff for myself on eBay is not happening, which is like, wow, okay. A little bit different to be on this side of it. And I can't say that I like it, honestly. Just putting it out there. Selling cards full time is not in my future. Not in my future. So, yeah, had a good weekend and ready to get back at it. I want to talk about this card that I got today, as well as for my friend Kyle, who is Ground Chuck here on YouTube. He's doing a contest that I think is great for kind of unbreakable records. And we're heading here he's talking about baseball, but he's applying the contest to any sport. But as we're coming into the last few weeks of the baseball season, it's pretty great, some of the stuff we're getting to see. First of all, some decent pennant races happening, who's going to make wild cards and all that stuff. I still think the Dodgers are the team to beat in Major League Baseball for if you were to say who do you think is going to win the World Series, I would pick the Dodgers. The Yankees are good, but they're streaky, right? I think they need to get healthy, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. What Judge is doing is amazing. I actually bought tickets. I followed my own advice and bought tickets for October 4th. They're playing the Rangers here. And I'm going to take my son to see Aaron Judge in this season. I don't know how many home runs he'll have by then. He's sitting at 59 as I make this video. But he may have already broken the American League record. Who knows what he'll have by then. But it'll be cool to see him play in the season that he's having. And then you got Pujols, obviously, still on his quest for 700 home runs. That would be an amazing accomplishment to see this year. So lots of cool stuff happening. Some players that are retiring, one of which you're going to see a card here in just a second. But I wanted to go through some records that I think are just unbreakable. And I'm going to show you some cards in a second for the ones that I'm kind of using for the contest. But Cy Young, 511 wins. No one's sniffing that ever again. 5,714 strikeouts, Nolan Ryan. No one's ever sniffing that again. So there's some very common ones. Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. Not going to happen again, in my opinion. But there are a few that I want to go over because I just think they're so cool. One of them probably very well known by you guys. A couple of them maybe not. So let me flip this around. I'll show you the card I got, show you some other stuff for the contest. Hang on one second. All right, here we go. First, I'll show you the card that I got today in the mail. Again, not picking up a ton of stuff, but I did pick this up. Yadi Molina rookie, 2004 tops. Can't say. I think Yadier Molina will get in the Hall of Fame, and Cardinals fans and other people are going to think I'm nuts. I never thought of Yadier Molina as a Hall of Famer. Is he a great catcher? Yes. I think the catching position has been so difficult over the last, say, 15 years. To me, the last really great catcher that retired was Pudge Rodriguez. And since then, it's been a whole lot of, okay, he's the best there is, but is he really that good? I mean, Yadi's great defensively, no doubt, threw out a bunch of runners, all that kind of stuff. His offensive numbers, I don't know. He's going to get in. I think Posey will get in. I think Joe Mauer actually should get in, honestly. He played first base a lot at the end of his career. But so I think there will be some catchers that get in. I already have the Posey rookie, and so I just wanted to pick up the Molina just to have it. He's retiring at the end of this year, so there's that. Now on to the contest, which is for my friend Kyle Groundchuck, and he reached 406 subscribers, which is great because that inspired him to do this video. If you know baseball history at all, you know what 406 means. It is the batting average of this guy in 1941, Ted Williams, the Splendid Splinter. This is his 1941 play ball card in a 3.5. Love this. Great record. Great. Will anybody hit 400 again? Maybe. I mean, it'd be hard to imagine, but it's not impossible. And there are a lot of records that I think are just completely out of reach. 511 wins for Cy Young, strikeouts, 5,714 for Nolan Ryan. And then there's some that I just think are just crazy stupid because they're just so much better than everyone else. I picked 3 just for giggles. The first one is this guy right here. 1982, Ricky Henderson stole 130 bases. It's just so impossible to imagine, because not only does it take a guy with speed and instincts and all of those things, but you also have to get on base a lot. Like, to be able to steal a lot of bases, if you're a mediocre hitter and you don't get on base, who cares how fast you are? And Ricky was all of it. Greatest leadoff hitter ever, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubter kind of guy. And what a great picture his 82 Topps card ended up being, knowing what he did in 1982. Topps didn't know it when they used this picture, but he stole 130 bases that year. Another thing, he stole 1,406 in his entire career. That's a monumental number, just a absolutely crazy number. So Ricky Henderson is my first one of my 3 records that I think will never be broken. I guess that's technically 2 records: single season stolen bases and career stolen bases. That's not happening. The next one is one I think a lot of people know, but it's just fun to talk about. This guy, Hack Wilson, or in this case, Lewis Hack Wilson, 1933 Gaudy, PSA 4. This guy in 1930 had 191 RBIs. That was when the season was only 154 games long, so that's just insane. A couple guys have gotten close. I mean, I think Gehrig had 184 or something one season, I think. But to imagine in today's game that somebody could be that productive and have that many RBIs is just, it's not happening. But I just love this card too. It just gave me a good reason to show this card because I love this picture of Hack Wilson. I've seen the actual photo that it's based on, and this painting isn't far off. He was a thick man. That's what I mean. Look at his neck and all that. I mean, it's just crazy. So Hack Wilson, 191 RBIs, not being broken. And the last one is the craziest because I just, especially in today's game, Joe Sewell, Hall of Famer. And a lot of you may not have ever even heard of Joe Sewell, but this is an old Panini Prime cut, the pastime cuts. And I like it when they do cut cards like this. Like, this is actually pretty cool. I wish it had a little picture of the guy. That's the only thing this card's missing. But a really nice window for the signature. It's cut out of an index card, which is way better than when they chop up a Perez Steele or a yellow Hall of Fame postcard or something like that. This one happens to be a 1/1. Not that Joel Sewell autographs are expensive. They're not. But this one is just, I don't know. I had it and I thought I'd slab it because I needed an autograph for my set registry that was graded. I wanted a 10, and I thought this looked like a 10, so I sent it in and it got a 10. The card grade was irrelevant. But what Joe Sewell did, the impossible record that will never be broken ever, is his single season strikeout ratio. And you say, what is that? Well, today, strikeout rate is a big statistic. Like, I see it at all the games that I go to. They have it as a stat, and players today strike out 20 to 30% of the time. If you're really good, you're in the, high teens, mid-teens for strikeout rate, which is basically the percentage of the time that you come to the plate that you strike out. Well, let me tell you what Joe Sewell did in 1932. 576 plate appearances, which is kind of a normal season. Again, back then, 154 games in the season. He only struck out 3 times in 1932, sorry. That's 0.14%. That was his strikeout rate in 1932. I mean, to put that in perspective, 3 strikeouts, that's what, Vlad Guerrero does on a normal Tuesday evening. To have a guy strike out only 3 times for the entire season is just absolutely baffling, and something that will never, ever, 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 ever happen again in baseball. So I thought that would be something cool. Hopefully you learned something there. Maybe you didn't know that. But let me know down below what you think is just impossible records, or go do a video yourself for his contest, for Chuck's Ground Chuck's contest. Kyle, his name's Kyle. Go do a video for his contest. It's really cool. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Keep collecting.